What up, y'all? It's Rick. Hope y'all been good. Today we're going to make some grits. I just came across these for the first time. Hustlin' Harry's, local product. I think this is going to be episode 1 of the grit tutorial. Bonacaz Farms is the grits that I typically use. But old Hustlin' Harry. Let's see what he got. I like it. I love it. Hustlin' Harry. And so grits are very popular in in Louisiana, in the South. And as I said, this will probably be episode 1 of grits, because this is what I have here now, because this is what I had on hand. Grits, you can put whatever you want. You can do all kind of things. We're not going fancy with the smoked Gouda, but perhaps we will in the future. We'll see. But I'll say this. Quaker instant grits, this is typically what I use. Put it in the bowl, throw a little bit of water, salt and pepper, butter, cheese, pop it in the microwave, 2 minutes, and you got grits. So don't hate on the instant Quaker grits. But as per this channel, we don't need this. We're gonna go with the local stuff. Oh, Hustlin' Harry. That's crazy. Never heard of it. And that's good. We're about to find out what Hustlin' Harry is all about. And so I think the most important thing is the ratios. It's 4-to-1 or 1-to-4, however your brain comprehends things. So for every 1 cup of grits, you need 4 cups of water. And so for this, we're doing 1.5 cups of grits, which I have here, and I have 6 cups of water rolling right there. Okay. Ingredients: pepper, salt in the bucket, bacon, Colby Jack cheese, cheddar cheese, which I'm never quite sure if I like cheddar cheese. I know I do, but who knows? And a good old slice of American. Klein Peter heavy whipping cream, our local dairy farm, which is great. Highly recommend. A little bit of chicken base and butter. This is super easy. And again, the most important thing to know is 4-to-1. 4-to-1. 1 cup of grits, 4 parts of liquid. You got that down, you got it all day. All right. Excuse me. Chicken base going in. Probably 2 tablespoons, maybe 2.5. We can get rid of this. Colby Jack. Is it good? Yeah, it's pretty good. And now, grits is definitely a southern thing. It's not something I make all the time, but being where we are and what I'm trying to do, Then we're gonna cook some grits. Oh, that shit is getting hot quick. And this is very easy, super easy. So let's get a little butter in there. So all we got is water and chicken base. Butter going in, healthy amount. Get rid of that. All right, so now we're starting to roll a little bit so we can get our grits ready. And I got this cute little red spatula. Whisk. Cute little red whisk. That's what we're gonna use. I mean, look at that. How can you not appreciate that? Smells good, and I hadn't even done anything yet. All right, grits going in. All right, we're gonna whisk these a little bit. You just want a nice little simmer. You ain't trying to rip it too much. You're just trying to get a little simmer. And you can feel it. The grits will stick. If they ain't happy, they're gonna stick at the bottom, and you need to pay attention to that. All right, there we go. And there we have it, grits. Doing their thing. Everybody's happy. So I guess we can add a little salt and pepper at this point. So let's do that. Bucket of salt. Salt going in. A little bit. Get rid of that. Pepper. How you getting into this? Come on, baby. There you go. Pepper. A little bit. Cayenne pepper. Very little bit. Now with cayenne pepper, you always want to be easy with it. Don't be going too hard with cayenne pepper unless you like your throat on fire. Then you can go hard with it. But two things, well, I guess three things. Salt, garlic, and cayenne pepper. Those are the things that I always tend to kind of chill out a little bit. I ain't trying to go too hard with it. I try to be easy with it, because you can always add some shit after. And one of the funnest things I think about cooking is adding the perfect amount of salt. When you add the perfect amount of salt, I mean, to me, that's super fun about cooking. When you hit that perfect amount of salt, you're like, all right, damn, there it is. And you know, if you got a little too much spice, and then you know, your salt level's a little lacking, but you still can't do too much. You know, the more salt you add, the more flavor it's gonna produce. So if you have too much spice and you don't have enough salt, the more salt you add, the more spice flavor is gonna come out. So it's kind of a delicate situation. But when you add the perfect amount of salt to something that you're cooking and you hit it, I think it's just a beautiful thing. All right, so we gritting pretty good right here. I feel like I need more liquid, and I may. But, so here what we got. Cheddar, Kobe Jack, American, bacon. So I think I'm gonna go in with the bacon. Bacon going in. We're gonna go in with the, yep, let's do it. Cheddar. Going in. And let's go in with Kobe Jack. I'm gonna have one. Boy, them grits are going crazy. And again, this is going to be a multi-episode grit situation. Because we're going to add all kinds of different shit to it. Why not? American cheese in. So now we have pretty much everything in it that we want. And then the only thing we're gonna do, once this cooks for a little while, grits, about 20 minutes you're gonna need. Then we're gonna add our heavy whipping cream to it, Klein Peter, local farm. And then we're gonna be gritted up, ready to roll. So, that looks good. Let it roll a little bit. And we're gonna have a little commercial break. All right. These grits have been cooking for about 20 minutes, I would say. And so now we're gonna introduce a little heavy whipping cream, and then we're gonna be done. Little baby red whisk getting it done. A little more cream. Okay. And again, this will be episode 1 of the grit situation. We're gonna make grits probably 1,000 different ways, maybe 100. Maybe 1,500, who knows? But let's add a little bit more heavy whipping cream. I mean, this is a good base for a lot of things. I typically just eat grits for breakfast or dinner. And I don't eat a whole lot of breakfast, but I do love grits. I like eggs. I like all the things breakfast, but I typically don't eat a breakfast. Oh, look at that. Wonderful. I'm probably just going to add the rest of this. Just because it feels good and I like it. All right. Let's see if we can incorporate. Oh, dang, we're making a mess. That's all right. I'm gonna whip the shit out of this. We want to get everything incorporated. I mean, this is great. Right here, I'm gonna cut this off. That's beautiful. We got some cheddar, we got some Kobe Jack, we got bacon, and then we got the stone ground grits. So, let's see what we're tasting like. See what we're working with here. That is quite nice. Yep, that's pretty dang on good. So, there it is. grits. Episode 1. Colby Jack, cheddar, bacon. Next time we do this, we might go a little crazy with it. You know, I hear smoked Gouda. People talking about smoked Gouda and grits. Smoked Gouda. You know, I ain't kind of fancy like that. But, you know, shit. We might do some smoked Gouda next time. Watch your ass. You never know. Well, there it is. Catch y'all on the next one. Thanks for watching. Later.